Hey, what's up everybody? As you know, I went to Horrorhound weekend this past weekend. I'm going to do another video of my autographs and movies that I picked up, but I figured I'd show some pictures, and I figured I'd just screenshot it here through Facebook since both my albums are loaded up. So I'll start with day one here, and there's some pictures there. That's Destiny Ornoff. Hopefully I said her name right. I always have trouble saying that. And Tristan Clay. They did the movie Red Eye, and I actually known them a little bit longer. I met them prior to Red Eye, hung out with them before at conventions, so hadn't seen them in quite a few years, so it was cool to hang out with them again. Then there were some giant It clowns, which they won for the best costume contest, which no doubt, I mean, that was crazy. A couple pictures of that. Lloyd Kaufman, and I forget her name, but she is going to be in the Shakespeare Shitstorm, another trauma movie that's coming out. I think I heard them say November, or else that's Nukem High, Return to Nukem High, because I know a new one was coming out. Then we got Elizabeth Berkley from Saved by the Bell and Showgirls, Shannon Elizabeth, American Pie, Jay and Silent Bob, Night of the Demons, Jamie Kennedy, and there's David Arquette, Sean Patrick Flannery, of course, The Devil's Carnival. He was in Boondock Saints, Powder, 10-Inch Hero. Not too many people have seen, but if you haven't, definitely check it out. It's a really funny movie. And then we got Alexandra Esso. She was in Starry Eyes and Tales of Halloween. I think Starry Eyes might still be on Netflix. I didn't watch it on that, but I know at one point it was. Really good movie. Check it out. She was awesome. Then we got Gina Phillips from Jeepers Creepers. And Lynn Shay from the Insidious movies, Something About Mary. Yeah, tons of stuff throughout the years. She was really nice too. I'm glad I got a chance to meet her. And I'm not sure if I told this story or not before, but I was watching a recent movie of her called Room for Rent. And while I was watching that, I figured I'd check the guest list, and she was added to the convention. So I was like, maybe I need to watch more movies, and they'll be added to the convention I want to go to. Then we got Dina Meyer from Starship Trooper, Birds of Prey, and Saw. And it was funny, we took a few pictures, and she wanted to make sure the flash was on to take good pictures. And in a couple of them, I had my arms around her shoulder, and she's like, put your hand down on my waist. And I was like, all right, we'll do the prom picture. It's all good. She was really sweet. All right. Oh, yeah, that's a bad picture. But anyway. And Jyoti, the world's smallest woman from American Horror Story Freak Show. And I thought she was going to be a little bit taller than what she was. I mean, she was literally like the size of a doll. But you gotta remember, in American Horror Story, Jessica Lange literally picked her up and put her on her shoulder. So I guess she wasn't that big after all. That was a couple of pictures of her. And then Shawnee Smith from the Saw franchise, of course. And the second remake, or the remake of The Blob. So, and I believe that's it for day one. And I'll go ahead and go back to day 2 and 3. And that's me outside the convention center with someone I met there, a new friend. Like I said, always meet people at conventions. Just hanging out outside the convention center. And there was a woman there with an owl, which was pretty cool. So took a picture of that. Or a few pictures. That's the Leprechaun costume from Leprechaun Returns. And I'm so disappointed because on Friday, Mark Holton even told me that the director of it, Steven, I forget his last name, but the director of Leprechaun Returns was over there as well. And I could have got a chance to have him sign my Leprechaun Returns and get a picture for free. And I missed it, and I was doing other stuff. And I went back Sunday, and he had left early because he was sick, and I missed him. So, oh well, maybe next time. I'm a little disappointed on that, but hey, stuff happens. So hopefully he got better soon, and Maybe see him at a future convention. But it was pretty neat seeing the leprechaun there. And then I just got a picture of the leprechaun by itself. Doug Jones, who was, of course, the creature in the shape of water, Pan's Labyrinth, Hellboy, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He was one of the gentlemen. And what funny story, this was outside of the restaurant. I had happened to just run into him, and I introduced myself and was talking to him for a minute. And I had mentioned how this was like years ago, like maybe 10 years ago, or I don't even know. It's when they were still doing Buffy conventions. And I know Camden Toy, who was some of the creatures on Buffy, and I worked with him a few times. And at the one convention, I believe it was in Oakland, California, was the one where we were joking about how people thought maybe I was his son, so we were playing it off and joking around that he was my dad. And I had mentioned that to Doug Jones, and he was like, "Oh, really?" He goes, "Yeah, I heard about that. So that was you. Great to meet you." And I'm like thinking, "Whoa, Doug Jones heard about me?" And I'm like, "Oh, you heard about that?" And he was like, "Yeah, Camden was talking about it." And then it was all on his social media and everything. And I had talked to him, and we had joked about it. And great to meet you. And I was like, "Oh, okay." I mean, I was surprised that. I mean, okay, even if he heard of me, I'm surprised after all these years he even remembered. But that was pretty cool. So, interesting little story there. He was a really nice guy. Then we got Mark Halton from Leprechaun and Leprechaun Returns, Teen Wolf, the Pee Wee Herman movie, all of that. And that was who I met there. Patty, she had actually made a saw trap, and there's actually real little saw blades on there, which was pretty cool. That was at the party. That was just a costume there that I got a picture with someone. And then took another picture of them. You can see the saw trap. A minotaur. Demon. And another picture of the saw trap there. That was the first picture I took. It's like, I really want that trap. That's awesome. Another demon there. Winged demon at the costume party. And the picture at the Scream Team releasing table. I bought all the movies there. He was in the Bong of the Living Dead there, and then the next guy directed it. Right there. And you can put a picture on the website. I completed my Scream Team collection, the ones that they do Volumes of Blood in the barn. There were 6 movies that I didn't have, which I'll show in my haul. I ended up getting those. So they were like saying how I'm the ultimate collector. I own every single Scream Team movie. Knock, 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 knock. Knock, 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 knock. Had to get a picture of the alien from Mars Attacks. RoboCop, he won for like the best movie category, which was awesome, that RoboCop suit that he made. Then we got Matthew Lillard. He's really funny, awesome guy, talks to everybody, jokes around. He was even going to the line, well, after he met some people, came to the back and was saying hey to us, and definitely a hugger, and he likes talking to people. So if you ever get a chance to meet him, definitely go to his line. Well worth it. He's a really cool guy. There's a picture of him signing it. The woman at the table was like just taking pictures as we were talking and signing. And he's just looking at it there. There he was hugging me. Oh, I don't have that one picture on there. I'll have to go back and show it. There was a picture. It was funny. He was looking at me. Because I did an impression of Shaggy. I was going to make a joke about, I'm feeling a little woozy here, standing in line, and the person in front of me heard I was talking back, and it wasn't even funny, and he said, "Oh, I feel woozy standing in this line. Can you say that quote?" And I'm like, so I had to hurry up and think of what I was going to do, so I just did a Shaggy impression. I was like, he says, well, might not be able to do it now. It's early in the morning, but I was like, jeez, I can't even do it now, now that I'm recording this. But anyway, I was like, gee, man, where's Scoop? And that was, I did a better job there, but talking all, anyway, yeah, I'm tired. I'm just filming this before work. My 20-hour bus ride. It was a better impression there because he was like, hey, are you trying to steal my job? All right, and there's Robin Tunney, or Tooney, however you say that, from The Craft. She was the last one that I haven't met yet. She was also on Prison Break and The Mentalist, I believe. I never did get into that. I need to, but one of these days. But that was cool that I finally got a chance to meet her. Oh, okay, there's the picture of Matthew Lillard. I guess it was in different order. You can see the look on his face. He was like, hey, you trying to steal my job? And I was like, yup. But he was cool, though. John Carroll Lynch, Twisty the Clown. He was also Drew Carey's brother on The Drew Carey Show, The Walking Dead, a bunch of other stuff as well. And Rada, or I forget how to say her name, Mitchell, from Silent Hill and The Crazies. Is that the last picture? No, 29. Oh, okay, it was brought up. Maylene Akin from Watchmen. Heartbreak Kid, Harold and Kumar. She's done a lot too. Couples Retreat, I believe. I had her sign The Final Girls, the one where she played the mom and her daughter was sucked into the movie. So that's why I decided to have her sign was Final Girls. So, yep, there we go. And next one, there's Jennifer Carpenter from Dexter. She played Deb. Elvira at the photo op on the couch. Justin Long. And what was funny is he was trying to guess the name of the guy in front of me. And I forget what he said first, but then he goes, Steven. And I go, actually, that's me. He's like, oh, whoa, really? And he had seen me, too, when he was guessing. And it was kind of funny that he had guessed my name. And after he left, we were talking and stuff. And he had asked me if we met before. And I'm like, nah, this is the first time convention I met you. And he's like, oh, maybe met you in a past life or something. And so we were briefly talking, told him I came from Florida, a few other things, blah, blah, blah. And, like, on the way off, I didn't pay for the photo. And I guess the guy thought he was getting up to take a picture. He's like, oh, he didn't pay for a photo. He's like, yo, man, relax. Just give him the brother hug and goodbye. So he was really cool as well. Which usually everybody is when I go to conventions. And I believe I already showed these pictures. I'm not sure, but this is the Jeepers Creepers truck. Or maybe I just now posted them, but I haven't done it in the video. So anyway, there's the back of the truck. And that's the actual truck that was used in the film. They had someone dressed up as the creeper doing the sniff test. So, yep. And there's that. And then us about to get axed. So that is all of the pictures from Horrorhound. And I'll be doing another video with the movies that I picked up and show what I had signed. Alright, I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for taking the time to watch. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time.